So it's with great honor and humility, I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America.
Tonight was all about Joe Biden, very well-known figure in American politics, 48 years since he was first elected to the Senate, 8 years as vice president. This was a reintroduction of Joe Biden, and then there came his address. And that wasn't so much a reintroduction, that was a salesman's pitch.
Character is on the ballot. Compassion is on the ballot. Decency, science, democracy, they're all on the ballot.
It was very much Biden looking to project himself as, not just the other guy who isn't Donald Trump, but an ideal president to succeed Donald Trump. And he built that argument around his empathy that we hear talked about a lot, and around optimism.
The president still does not have a plan. Well, I do. If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March.
He did touch on some policies. He talked about an action plan to address the pandemic, both from the public health point of view and the economic fallout. And he talked about a kind of a values approach to an uneven economy, one that he started talking about in more frank terms since he became nominee.
Our economy is in tatters, with Black, Latino, Asian American, Native American communities bearing the brunt of it.
With the pandemic, he started talking more in some tones that you might have even heard from a Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, where he's talking about these wide inequities in American society, some of them disproportionately breaking down along racial and ethnic lines, where people of color are affected even more so.
He'll wake up every day believing the job is all about him, never about you. Is that the American you want?
And this was more about than those policies. It was more about values and sort of an American identity and a vision for how he sees the country, and his argument that President Trump is a fundamental threat to that vision.
America isn't just a collection of clashing interests of red states or blue states. We're so much bigger than that.
It is safe to say that he did clear the bar that Donald Trump himself has been setting for Biden. And this is a risky thing that Republicans have been doing, because Biden is 77 years old, but he will misspeak. He will, sort of trail off, the kinds of things that you could do video mashups. You do that with a 77-year-old, and the message is, this guy isn't up for the job. This guy's too old. This guy's lost a step. And on the one hand, you plant that seed with a lot of voters who may not be paying that close attention, may kind of think, 77 is just too old to be president of the United States. But what Biden had, when you do that as Biden's opponent, you then set such a low bar that it's relatively easy to clear it.